world? And welcome to the Mecca of Mastery TV. I am your host, Mecca. If it is your mission to become the greatest version of yourself in every area of life, then you, my soul friend, are in the right place. I'm so excited about this episode because in this video we are speaking about personal and spiritual development. And the topic of this video is what you need for your soul to realign. Let's get straight into the video. So, are you in a place where you are feeling out of alignment with yourself? Where you feel like you cannot hear your voice, you cannot hear your God voice or your goddess voice. You can't hear your intuition. You feel so out of sync with who you are. It's like you can't feel yourself. You probably hear yourself saying things like, I don't even know who I am anymore. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I just don't know. Or you're in a confused space. You feel scattered brain. You feel all over the place. You're not confident in the choices that you usually would make. You don't know whether or not you should be doing X, Y, Z. You don't know what you should be doing, okay? You don't have the passions in which you have passions for. Well, sometimes we're in that such a space. When we are in that such a space, it is because we are out of alignment with our spirit. And what I mean by this is this. But hold on. Before I get into the drip of this video, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we make it official and you never miss any updates, because I am dropping this weekly soul food for you every single Monday. Okay, this is food for your soul, honey, and you never want to miss it. It helps you get in alignment and ready for the week ahead and set the tone vibrationally. And it's always usually something that you need to hear or an insight that you need to bring to the forefront of your mind. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, really, let's get into it. Okay, so what I mean by this is when you are out of alignment, right? What I mean by this is this. There are two elements of who we are. We are energy, spiritual beings having a human experience. I'm going to say it again, and I say it all the time in nearly every single one of my videos. We are spiritual energy beings having a human experience. And oftentimes, one of the main reasons as to why we get out of alignment and out of sync with who we are, we don't feel whole. We don't feel that peace. We don't feel that gratitude, that balance, that progress that we seek, right? Because that's what we seek. We seek to feel satisfied. We want to feel grounded. We want to feel secure. We want to feel as if things are flowing in our life. Life is supposed to feel as if there's harmony, there's flow, there's just a natural unfolding of things. Like you're this beautiful flower that's unfolding, or you're this like the river or the ocean, and you're going at your steady beat, at your rhythm. And so one of the reasons as to why this actually gets interrupted is because we start to gear more towards our human self, okay? The physical parts of who we are in our physical life, and not our spiritual self, not our energy self. And let me give you an example, right? So when you're off in the world and, you know, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, the human part, you getting up and doing your daily activities, your daily to-do list, you're carrying out the task when it comes to your business, when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to your job, your family, your home, and everything else, right? So you will be showing up in your business, showing up in your job, doing all of the exterior things that you need to do, okay? The external things, doing the housework that you need to do, all the external things. But you can't feel yourself. Why? Because first of all, your spirit is always telling you when you are off track. Let me tell you what she or he says, right, when you're off track. You're going to have either nightmares. You're going to feel dis-ease and discomfort in your body, okay? You might start to have insomnia, meaning you cannot sleep well at night. You have trouble sleeping, okay? You start to get sick very easily, okay? Your immune system is getting weak, okay? You start to have headaches. You are anxious. You're scattered all over the place. Your nervous system is going 1,000 miles per hour. You feel as if you cannot settle down. You cannot function. You cannot focus. That's because your spirit is calling you for something. And that's something that your spirit is calling you for. You're not listening, you're not answering. And so what happens is the spirit is going to round back and then build up momentum and boom, round forward, pull back, boom, 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 round up, gain momentum, and pull forward, so you can listen to what it is that you need to do in order to get yourself back in a space of alignment, to back into that space of peace, back into that space where your spirit is like, okay, we are satisfied. And usually that is because you are ignoring the energy part of who you are, right? So how to adhere to the energy part of who you are? Through silence, through meditation, okay? Through getting in tune with yourself, going within. Meditation, right? Having a daily meditation practice. I personally meditate every morning for 20 minutes at the minimum. Sometimes I meditate longer. It's very rare that I meditate less than that. If I'm in a rush or something, or if I'm, doing choreography for a movie and the call to be on set was at 6 a.m., but then they changed it to 5 a.m. and I didn't get up till 4 or 5 something a.m. I'm just going to try to get 5 to 10 minutes in and just tell them, okay, I'll be down in 5-10 minutes, let me get in the shower. But really, I took a shower for 1 minute and I meditated for the rest, okay? So that's that. Having a daily meditation practice, what this does is allows you to go within and listen. You listen to what your spirit is telling you, because what you have to remember is this: the external world is not your guidance. I'm going to say that again. The external world is not your guidance. The external world can be motivation. The external world can be inklings, messages, okay, confirmation, okay. The external world is not your guidance. Where the answers come from, the what you need to do and how you need to do it, comes from within you, right? The external world, the more you experience different things and the more you go throughout your journey, you're going to have new experiences that birth new desires. But it's only your spirit and inside of you, that voice of your intuition, that actually is going to tell you what it is that you need to do, what you need to give your attention to, what you need to focus on, the path that you need to go on, etc., right? And so meditation is beautiful for doing this. If you need help meditating, I have a 7-day beginner's meditation guide. It goes over every single chakra in your body, every single energy center that basically makes up who we are as a whole, both internally and externally, that makes your life flow beautifully, okay? So you can check more of that out by clicking the link in the description box below. So meditation. Also, journaling, writing. How could you ever expect to know yourself? Because here's the thing, you are changing constantly. Just like there are seasons in nature, you have your winter, you have your spring, you have your summer, you have your fall. We have the seasons within our own psyche, and we are constantly changing and growing. So keeping a journal is very beautiful and is very beneficial and wise in this area, because as you are changing and your internal seasons are changing, right, internally, you can keep up externally with that. And some of the reasons why you feel out of sync and out of alignment with yourself, okay, you feel all over the place, you don't know if you're coming or going, is because you are off seasonally. You're in the winter phase externally in your life, okay? Meaning you hibernating, you sitting around, you chilling, but internally your spirit is in the summer phase or in the spring phase, where she or he is ready to plant new seeds and new desires. And so it's time for you to catch up, to get in your bag in your real season. So if you knew energetically, right, internally what season you are in, that means that you can make the proper and necessary steps externally, right, to align with your true desires that is coming from within you internally. I don't think y'all caught that one. You can make the right choices and the right things that you need to do externally based on your true desires that's coming up internally. So your truth is what's happening internally. And what you have to do is listen to what is actually going on with your internal world. And the last point that I'm going to give you is the best one. I highly recommend this: a silent fast, right? I did a silent fast for 21 days. It was kind of interrupted. I'm going to do another one before the end of the year where I'm taking it more serious. But I realized that I needed to do a fast, a smaller fast, before I went into a 21-day silent fast. But I highly recommend that you do it to whatever is beneficial to you based on your lifestyle. And don't play yourself, right? If you know that 3 days of a silent fast is not enough, it's not going to put a dent into things, it's not going to allow you to release those distractions, it's not going to allow you to hear your voice, your God voice, you know what I'm saying, the voice of your spirit, then please go longer. You got to discipline yourself, okay? If you know that you need to do something that's going to be like, okay, this is very challenging for me, but it's not too out of reach, do that. So maybe a silent fast of like 14 days, because you know after 7 days for you, that is when things start to get real tricky. You start to get all discombobulated because you feel like you should be at the mercy of other people or things of that nature, okay? So a silent fast, what this does is it silences off the voice of the world, and it allows you to get back in tune with the voice of your God self. It allows you to hear your voice, and when you can hear your voice, then you know what season you really are in your life in that specific space or time. And when you know what your truth is in every area of life, right? Okay, going over those 7 chakras, then you can make the adjustments, the necessary adjustments and the small adjustments externally, so your outer world can be in alignment with your inner world, okay? So your outer world can align with your inner world. I'm going to say that one more time. So your outer world can be a reflection of your inner world, because usually when you are out of alignment and out of sync with yourself, that is only because your external world is out of sync with your truth, which is your internal world. And in order for you to know that, you have to get silent. Sometimes you can't know that when you're too discombobulated, when you're too anxious, when you're too stimulated with the voices of the world, right? So the voices of the world is stimulating you to the point you can't hear them, so you have to come away from it. How does a silent fast look? It looks basically like coming off social media. If you have a business that's on social media, I highly recommend that you use apps like Hootsuite, or even just apps like Instagram, stuff that's internal in Facebook, Planoly, things like that, to plan out your content, right? So if you have to produce content, you can actually plan the content out and post it. Some of these apps are free. Some of the stuff has a trial. I highly recommend that you pay for that trial for that month, and you can cancel right after it if you post every day, if that's how you did it. But for if you're going on a silent fast for 2 weeks, but you still got to put out content, I highly recommend that you go ahead and you plan that content out on Planoly, and you pay whatever you need to pay, whatever odd $30 that you need to pay. You get a secure card from like Walgreens or Target or Walmart or something, where it's prepaid, and you put that card information in, and then they can't charge you no more because it's not linked to a bank account. You get what I'm saying? I know it sounds cheeky to those companies, but that's something that if you don't want to keep spending that money. But plan out your content. You can also plan out YouTube content. That's why y'all see me usually have on the same stuff, because I batch film my videos. I will film my videos for the whole quarter, right? Because I know what the community needs for the quarter, and these videos go out every single Monday, and I'm just going to film them at once, edit them at once, and then schedule them out. It's going to go out automatically whether I do something or not. So it's going to save me time. It's going to give me back my focus and things that I need to do, and the time and energy to see what the community needs. What do you need more of, and things of that nature. So come away from social media specifically. Also, those friends and family members that constantly call your phone and take up your time, they need one of those messages. I highly recommend putting everybody in a group chat that you love, who you waste time with, who you procrastinate with, okay? And say, I'm going to be off the grid for a moment. Get with yourself and get closer to the divine, to God, to the universe, whatever you label that as in your life. Get closer to yourself. Do not play yourself, because if you shortchange, you only playing yourself. Do you really want to feel in alignment? Do you really want to feel like yourself again? Okay? Silent fast. And I highly recommend that you do your own research on silent fasting and you do your own thing. But before I go, I'm going to tell you what I did on my silent fast. On my silent fast, I didn't listen to any music, okay, deliberately, like while I was driving. Anything that I would use to usually distract me from listening to my thoughts, right? Because it would be things that come up within me that I did not like, come to surface. Things about myself that I did not feel like addressing. I had to grow up in many areas of my life. And so during the silent fast, I would not listen to the music when I was on my way to the coffee shop to do work, or while I was doing work. I'm not putting them dusty ass AirPods in my ear. First of all, that is all that radiation, but it's just like feeding all of this stuff to me at the same time. I did listen to music when I was probably cooking at night, and I was very selective. I was not listening to Megan Thee Stallion. I was more listening to Lauryn Hill or Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, or ocean sounds, or I only listened to music when I had to make up choreography for my dance business, Confidence Builds and Heals, and things of that nature. So I didn't listen to music. During my silent fast, I really didn't talk to anybody unless it was very, 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 very crucial. Like if my mama called me, I'm going to answer the phone. But if my mama was talking about something that was not important, she just want to sit on the phone, mama, let me call you back. And I just didn't call back. I'm not going to hold y'all, because if I told y'all I was on a silent fast and then y'all disrespecting this fast, that's on you, that you're not about to get responded to, that you can't hold out for whatever time I told you to hold out. Another thing I did while I was on my silent fast was journal, meditate a lot. I did a lot of reading as well. I tuned to my body and my health. I was making sure I was drinking herbal teas every day, and I was also eating a very high nutritional based meal. I said that with some bass in my voice, because you cannot continue to try to hear the voice of your spirit or of God, the divine, when you have all these toxins floating around in your body. Okay, so I was doing my vegetable juices, my fruit juices every day, eating my salads, okay, having a balanced meal. I am pescatarian. I do eat fish. So I was eating about 2 to 3 meals a day. In the morning, I'll have like my smoothies and stuff like that, avocado toast and all of that. And then I'll have lunch, a solid meal, and then dinner, like a light solid meal. And it'll make sure it's whole foods. And I only eat organic. My fish is only wild caught and things of that nature. So those are the things that I did. And if you have any other questions, or if you need more advice, you can always email me directly at meccabookings@gmail.com. If you're in a space of your life where you just feel all over the place and you just need a little bit more help, and you need somebody to grab your hand like myself, you can book a one-on-one coaching session with me, a Pick My Brain session. The link is in the description box below. And remember, check out my website at meccafreeman.com and see what other soul food that we have available for you. I have manifestation ritual guides, 21-day healing plans, meditation guides, childhood trauma guides, and so much more. And as always, my darling, always, if you're on social media, make sure you connect with us on all this, me on all my social media platforms. And you, my soul friend, you go out into this world, you kick a whole lot of alignment and action. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything, because you can do whatever you put your mind, your body, and your soul to. I'm sending so much love, light, peace, tranquility, good ass vibrations, and solitude, high frequencies, high vibes your way. Oh, I get so emotional. With peace and love. See you soon. Namaste.